Good morning and welcome to the channel, everybody. Bullet's Garage. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing below. Hit that bell icon above to stay up to date with all future videos. On today's specific video, we are going to talk about TPMS sensors and how to install them. Those of you that have been following along with my past videos, you know that I bought some Vossen wheels that are behind me because I'm going to be installing TPMS sensors on them now. So you get a pair of wheels. It's not that simple. You throw a tire on, mount them on the car, you're good to go. No, some cars require TPMS sensors. Basically all newer cars require TPMS sensors. So I'm going to go over the type of TPMS sensor that I got, how to install it on the wheel, and then we're going to finally mount the tires in a future video. So let's get right into it. Alright, so I went ahead and ordered some TPMS sensors from Lexus Parts Now online. So these are original manufacturer equipment. As you can see, that's the part number for the TPMS sensor. Original Toyota parts made in Japan. And then you also need this hardware kit with it. That is the part number for the hardware kit, also made in Japan, all original. So what comes in these kits? In this one, you have just your TPMS sensor, okay? Very standard TPMS sensor. You have your battery, you have your ECM computer that does all the controls, you have the valve stem, the valve core is already in there. That's basically it. That's why you need to buy this kit, which is a mounting kit, which comes with a additional valve core. This is the nut that mounts it actually onto the wheel. They give you an additional washer and this piece. So I'm going to show you how these are installed. So it's very important when you are installing these TPMS sensors, before you put them on the car and mount the tire, write down, or better yet, I'm going to take a picture of all these part numbers that are on here, because you need to know the ID of this specific sensor. Each sensor has its own individual ID code that gets programmed to the car. That way the car knows which sensor is which. For these, the part number is right above this little picture of dots. So this one specifically is 31B FA9C. So I'm going to write these down and I'm going to keep track of which tire and which wheel I put what sensor, so that way when I get the wheels on and mount the tires and go to program these onto the car, I know which sensor is on which wheel, so it's less complicated. But let me show you how this basically works. So you already have your grommet. This slides into the wheel. You take your washer, your nut, you tighten this down, and that's what squeezes this down onto the wheel. So let me pull a Vossen wheel that I have and I'll show you on the wheel. Alright, so this is the outer side of the barrel where the tire is going to sit. You have your hole right there for the TPMS sensor, and on this side, the other where the outlet is. So it's very simple. What you're going to do is you're going to take your TPMS sensor, insert it into this hole, just like so, and you're going to screw on the nut. But before I do that, let me take pictures of this so I remember what the code is. So these washers are a one-time use washer. What they do is once you mount this in and torque it down to 35 inch-pounds, they start taking the form of the wheel, so that way it makes a proper seal. So you got this in there. You're going to take the washer, put it on the outside, and then you're going to take the nut and start tightening this down. And I'm just going to get it as tight as I can by hand. And then when I take it to the shop, I'm going to have Greg torque it down to 35 inch-pounds. So that's how it looks. It's in place. On the other side, you could see it's in there pretty nicely. So All I'm gonna do is repeat this on all the other wheels, and when we take it to the shop, he will torque it down and mount the wheels, and we'll be good to go. If you did enjoy that little tutorial on how to install TPMS sensors, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay up to date with all upcoming videos. Take care, guys.